Good evening, ladies and gents. Hope we're all doing well. Welcome to the Flight Sim Show with me, jonFezza. Let me turn myself up so I can hear myself. Hello. How are we all doing this? There we are. This evening. Good evening. Good evening. Hope we are all doing good. Lisa Whaley. Good evening. Sam Hockadiers here. Willie P was very early. I seen you, Will. You were in here about 5 o'clock, son. Getting in early. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Luke Nash is here. Surly Dev. Good evening. Melissa is here. Good evening, Melissa. Ready for the main man, Fezza? Oi, get in line. Hope you're doing well. Solarhawk07, Mr. Benchy's here, and Rob over on Twitch. Hope you guys are doing very well. Good evening, good evening. So, after last week's, how shall we put it? Failed attempt at landing at the correct airport. We are going back to school, ladies and gents. We are going back to school. And we are going to be taking a look today at something called FS Academy. Is that the one? Yep. So we're going back to school, and I know following on from the survey we did, there's about 70% of people don't really know about flight simming and, you know, all this stuff. So we're going back to school, and we're going to be doing some VFR flying. So we're pretending that after my terrible approaches last week, we are going to be checking out this called FS Academy. So there is 12 different missions, and at the end we have a skills test. So we're going to be starting off doing these lessons at Liverpool. You can't see my head. There you go. And then again, we're going to be re-entering the Liverpool zone and joining the Circle of Land. And then I think we'll go over to New Zealand, I think, and somewhere in the countryside. So yeah, takes you basically all around the world. Abnormals, failure. Decide upon a plan of action after a system failure in northern Sweden. Drink what? I didn't have any drink last week, Michael, or the week before. I've been very good. Been a very good boy. So yeah, we're going to be taking a look at this. It is like, you're going to see, it is, we've got like technically an instructor. Someone who's going through it with us. And there is there's a full manual as well, which I will bring up on the screen now. So there's a full manual that we will go through. I mean, it is like 70 odd pages long. Have I done it to me nose? Nothing? Why? Oh, there's a, oh. I think there's a bit of a spot there. Might be. Yeah. Sorry, I haven't got my makeup on today. And what I forgot. Didn't have the time. Sorry about that, guys. Teetotal now. Teetotal, mate. Mr. Aidan Thomas. Coming back. 9 months of support. We've got a Twitch baby. Tier 3 out of his mind. That is £20 a month. I hope you are doing very well, Ian. Good evening, good evening. So then, ladies and gents, shall we go and we'll go through this. So yeah, we're gonna go through this called FS Academy. Big shout out to FS Academy. They have kindly provided me with this mission pack. They've got loads, navigator, jetliner, VFR. Say if we do the VFR, we could then go and get our instrument waiting. So there's sort of like a bit of a progression, and they've kindly sent the channel these so I can check them out. So thank you very much. So let's get on with the show, ladies and gents. We'll hide that and stick back. Hope you're doing well, and pick a 5 string. Tony P's here. How you doing, Tony? Too much westerns, yes, very true. Right, let's press this. Oh, anyone play the old FSX? There you go. We've got the old FSX music. You time to go see Top... apparently it is amazing, Surly Dev. I unfortunately haven't seen it yet. It is on the bucket list. But Yeah, from what I've heard, it is very, very good. Very, very good. Hey, Pauline, hope you're well. There was a couple of resubs right at the start. I don't know if I missed them. I know Laurie was one. There was someone else as well, and so thank you very much. It was like long before the stream had even started, so thank you very much. I don't know if we can find out the name of the other person, but thank you very much. And Body Zoo with the business class membership for 2 months. Thank you very much. Oh, here we are down on the ground at Liverpool. And Melissa, speaking of Scousers, the 449 super chat. Excited for tonight, Prosecco flowing. What could go wrong? Love to the main man. Thank you very much, Melissa. Bing bong, appreciate that. There we are. So we're going to be in the Cessna 152, quite a bit smaller than what we have been flying in the past. So we're going back to school, and hopefully I will be a better pilot by the end of this. So let's jump in. Not before Matty Smith drops an 89 pence super sticker. Thank you very much, buddy. Appreciate that, Matty boy. And here we are. Engine's already running.
Welcome to FS Academy VFR. VFR
That's the instructor.
Flight rules, where your primary method of navigation is all about looking out of the windscreen and finding your way. Each lesson has a dedicated section in the manual that dives deeper into the theory to complete your VFR experience, along with maps and charts to reference in flight. We begin here at Liverpool Airport in the Cessna 152 to start you off with basic handling skills and a departure with ATC. We're going to take off from runway 27 and follow the local procedure of following the Mersey River to Seaforth, where we leave the Liverpool control zone.
Hopefully read that down there.
For a normal takeoff, we want to use flaps, which make the wing more effective and reduces our takeoff distance. Please set the flaps to 10 and we'll get started.
Right, let's set the flaps to 10. So we have the flap lever down. Oh, hello. So you got wing flaps here. I don't crash the plane. I will try not. So our instructor wants them set in 210. So there we go.
Weather is transmitted by the ATIS, the Automated Terminal Information Service. Weather changes as the day goes on, so each weather report is given an identifying letter, which moves along the alphabet every time a new report is transmitted. Let's listen to the ATIS whilst we wait for the engine to warm up.
Liverpool Information Juliet.
Information Juliet.
Runway in use 27.
27.
Surface wind 260. 4 knots.
4 knots.
Visibility 10 kilometer or more.
Lovely.
Clouds scattered 3,000 feet. Cloud type unknown. Temperature +15. Dew point +4. QNH 1013. Ground movement control is closed. Acknowledge receipt of Information Juliet on first contact.
So we've got Information Juliet. Or Information John.
Weather Information Juliet, so we can call air traffic control and request our departure instructions.
Willie P. Thank you very much, mate.
Foxtrot Sierra Alpha Charlie.
Let's hope we have a good flight. We should have a few.
With Information Juliet, request clearance and taxi.
Thank you very much, mate. Appreciate it.
Golf Alpha Charlie Liverpool Tower. After departure, leave the zone at Seaforth, not above altitude 1,500
Is that Melissa?
VFR. Squawk 5050.
Leave via Seaforth, not above 1,500 feet VFR, 5050 Golf Alpha Charlie.
Golf Alpha Charlie correct. Taxi to hold short runway 27 at Golf, QNH 1013.
Okay, so we've contacted the tower and they've said we can leave the control zone to the north at our exit point Seaforth, but we must stay below 1,500 feet the whole way there. We'll aim for 1,400 feet to give a margin. Release the brakes and taxi to the holding point to Golf for runway 27.
Good question. Why do I release the brakes? Might have I knew how to fly the Cessna 172. Okay. There you go. Farm brakes release. So we're going to taxi. So you can see there's a little holding point here. But if we have a look at the manual, we are here in the GA apron. And yeah, we'll go and see Big Flemmo. We're going to take the left onto Kilo. So we're going to hold short Kilo. And then this is Alpha taxiway. We'll take the left on Alpha. And the right onto Golf. And then we will be departing runway 27. So it's been a good while. We'll have a little bit of juice. Since I've done pretty much any VFR. Takes a bit to get going, the old Cessna. Get that yoke back on.
Leave the apron by taking the taxiway on your left, then make a left turn onto Alpha, the main parallel taxiway, before taking the first right to hold short of the runway.
Roger that, just like we have just briefed there. Squeaky brakes, hear that? So, here's Alpha. So, we want to check that we've got no 737s coming at us. Nope, we're pretty good. Clear on the right and clear on the left. Add a bit of juice as we get round. Good evening, Carl. How you doing, buddy?
This right and hold at Golf.
Roger that. There you go. We can see that this is Golf by this sign here. There's two. I don't know why. There should just be one, but there we are. Do have scenery in for this.
Good. Now come to a stop before the holding line, and we'll tell ATC we're ready to go. We say ready for departure, as we only use the word takeoff as part of an actual takeoff clearance to avoid misunderstandings. Golf Alpha Charlie ready for departure.
Golf Alpha Charlie cleared line up and takeoff, runway 27, wind 260 at 4.
Cleared line up and takeoff, runway 27, Golf Alpha Charlie. We're cleared for takeoff. Pull onto the runway, line up on the centre line, and we'll depart.
Right, so we'll just check that there's nothing coming in on the approach there. And that the runway is indeed clear. Which it is. Bit of a bouncy boy this, isn't it? Hey. Got some good suspension on it. And here we go, ladies and gents.
Keep the nose straight down the centre line and apply full power.
Keep the nose on the centre line, which is about here-ish, give or take. Obviously, remember you are to the left. And we are going to add full power. Here we go, ladies and gents. Blurry plops.
Use some right rudder to counteract the engine torque to keep straight on the centre line.
So the engine torque wants to push it to the left. See, if I don't push these, look, I don't touch my pedals.
Pull back and raise the nose, engine cowling on the horizon.
So, engine cowling on the horizon.
Now hold the climb attitude and keep climbing.
Let's get that
straight
trim.
ahead.
It's a bit too much. That's about it. So you sort of want this horizon in line there. Yeah, the engine. Oh, hello.
Now we're safely climbing away. We don't need our flaps anymore. Please retract
See how we'll go to the
climb
left?
more efficiently.
So, flaps retract.
See how the nose drops as we lose lift?
Yeah.
Add some back pressure on the controls to hold the climb attitude. Accelerate to 80 knots and we'll get the lift back.
Right, 80 knots.
Great.
So
keep full power and adjust the attitude to control your speed. Aim for 80 knots. If you get slow, lower the nose slightly. If you get fast, raise the nose slightly.
There we go. So this here is our airspeed indicator. This is our altitude. So these are
to follow the Mersey River northbound.
So here's we're over the Mersey. So we want to go and follow that. See how we're getting a little bit faster, so we'll give it a little bit more pitch. So we've just passed 1,000 feet. Then we'll make the right hand turn. So we want to stop at about
Continue flying up the Mersey, climbing to
the Mersey.
1,400 feet. Try to memorize this climbing attitude.
bit sensitive, like.
Level off 1,400 feet, keeping full power to accelerate to 100 knots. As
Right,
our
so
increased airspeed gives more lift, feel how you need to push
1,400
forwards to
here.
remain level.
So let's get that level.
To relieve this input, trim nose down until you don't need to apply any control force to stay straight.
As I cross the Mersey.
Now you can power back a little to hold 100 knots. Maintain
There we go.
1,400 feet up the Mersey, staying over the water.
Gone a little high there, so we'll just sort that out. This is our sort of our pitch here, so we want to sort of keep that on the white line the best that we can. Yeah, again, just getting a little bit high, so we're just correcting here. Jim, thank you very much, buddy. 449 super chat. Appreciate that, mate. Brilliant stream, no boat, jonFezza. No boat.
Feet.
Great stream since you discovered the channel. Thank you very much. We will get wrong now, so look, too busy reading super chats. We're getting we're going a bit too high there, so let's get this trimmed. Yep, the Mersey. Benchy, yep. We are indeed,
Use
mate.
throttle to control your speed and maintain 100 knots.
We're a little bit fast, so we will we'll get the bring the speed down now. What time you stream now? I don't know, Michael. Yeah, there's never really any set time on my stream, so we just go. We just do the flying and then we'll see. It's not the easiest though, is it, to control these little planes? Up the Mersey. Are you going fast? You not see me? Up the Liverpool. Look at that. What we're saying. And a little high now. A little low even. There you go, Mersey River. Up the Mersey. Don't get too low, they'll have your wheels off. Don't worry, Jit. Don't worry. So we'll make the right hand turn here and we'll continue down the Mersey.
Golf Alpha Charlie, contact Liverpool radar 119.85.
11985 Golf Alpha Charlie. We're being handed over to Liverpool approach control.
Hey, Sommel,
now,
thank you very much,
who
buddy.
We'll be in contact with until we leave controlled airspace at Seaforth. Liverpool radar Golf Foxtrot Sierra Alpha Charlie, live buildings 1,400 feet to Seaforth VFR.
Golf Alpha Charlie, Roger, report Seaforth.
Wilco Golf Alpha Charlie.
Thank you very much, buddy.
Seaforth
Business class
is
for
the
3 months.
exit
Appreciate
point
that.
for VFR traffic departing Liverpool to the north. It's found on the east shoreline, just beyond where the western shoreline ends.
Look at that. That looks pretty good. This isn't the weight. No, it's the weight Amarillo, mate. Yeah, no autopilot, guys. I am hand flying it all myself. Look at that, 100 knots, 1,400 feet. Sorry about this overlay, guys. I can't turn it off. But there you go. There's Anfield and whatever Everton's called. Can't remember what the what it's called, but the stadium. I'm sure you guys will know. But it's pretty cool, isn't it? How we can see all these buildings. This is why I love flight simming. Look at that. And again, look, I mean, you can just Goodison Park. That's the one, yeah. And you can fly above these dangerous cities, you know. And there's C4. That's perfect. Perfect.
Golf Alpha Charlie C4th outbound. Request basic service.
Golf Alpha Charlie Roger, basic service.
No, Phillips video, that's basic service.
Golf Alpha Charlie. Now we've reached the edge of the Liverpool control zone at 1400 feet. We're entering uncontrolled airspace. There is airspace above us, which begins at 3,500 feet upwards, so anything below that is uncontrolled. It's completely up to us to navigate and avoid other traffic.
So here is the airspace. So we're here.
A basic service or a traffic service to VFR flights in uncontrolled
There's the airspace for Liverpool.
We've been given a basic service from ATC, which means they can pass
These are all your visual reference
information,
points.
such as airfield closures or
Runcorn
severe
Bridge,
weather,
Fiddler's Ferry,
but won't provide any
Power
clearances
Station.
or traffic information. Depending on their workload, they may be able to provide a traffic service, where they will also give information about any known nearby traffic to help you, but will not provide avoidance instructions. Keep flying north, and as you did before, apply full power, set the climb attitude, and climb to 3,000 feet.
Slack Grill, how you doing, buddy? Thank you very much, sir, for the £5 super chat. Like your old MSFS 2000 on Windows XP, but better good one. jonFezza go to Leeds, Bradford. But on my flight stream yesterday, I went to Leeds, so we're gonna give it the beans, and we're gonna go up to 3,000. Here we go. Thank you very much, mate.
The speed will come back towards around 80 knots, so with the lower speed we lose lift and the nose will want to drop. Apply nose up trim to neutralise the control pressure, holding the climb attitude all the time.
Again, you want to put your nose just on the horizon, roughly. Oh yeah, oh that's a bit too much trim. Oh. It's hard, this, you know. It's actually difficult. I'm scared to do this in the real world. Never mind in the sim. Did I bring me passport? It's Liverpool. I've got a tenner. That'll be enough. There we go. Look, keeping the nose just on the horizon. 80 knots. We're looking good. And we're just passing 2,300 feet now. Super Motorhead. Good evening. Hope you're doing well. You see that? See how I take my hand off the controls, it goes left. That's the torque of the engine. Oh, you've got to constantly keep trimming. Make sure you're not London Vatson. No, I wouldn't dream of it. Not VFR. I couldn't do it.
Start levelling off and maintain 3,000 feet. Accelerate again to 100 knots.
There we go. So we'll pull the power a little bit. We don't want to be full beans. Now we are at 3,000. So we'll try and level this out. So yeah, it's pretty difficult. I wonder if a yoke would help better.
As we accelerate, trim nose down to cancel out the control pressure.
We're seeing engine gauges. They're down here, just underneath the yoke there. Oh, whoa! You give it a bit of trim. It just noses down. Whoa! That trim is very, very sensitive. Very, very
As we're now
sensitive.
higher up, the air is thinner, so to preserve the optimal fuel-to-air ratio of the engine,
You want to
we'll
lean.
reduce the fuel mixture slightly. Use the red mixture control next to the throttle and pull it back only about a centimetre or so, and see how the engine revs rise as the engine is running more efficiently.
There you go. Sees your RPM gauge here. So that's
Let's
all.
try a
That's
few
all the way in.
turns. We only want to bank to about 20 degrees for a gentle turn, which is the second white mark around the top of the attitude indicator. Start a right turn towards east,
That one?
heading 090.
Start a right turn heading east. So there we go. So heading here, we want to go east, which is 090, and we want to keep that on the second white mark there, while also maintaining our pitch. What's a tutorial? This is a basic, just basic VFR. Yeah, we are just learning the basics of flying. What mod it is? This is FS Academy. Right, so bring it
Stop your
round.
turn on 090 and set the straight and level attitude again.
Went a little bit high, so we'll just drop the pitch, drop the nose a bit. Get that on 090, which is there. Out there. It's not as easy as it looks. That's all I'm gonna say. It's not as easy as it looks. Trying to keep the look, I mean now look, I'm 80 feet too high. Trying to keep the nose level, and then you're getting bumped around obviously just by the air.
When
Keeping it
turning, use gentle rudder inputs to keep the black ball on the turn coordinator centered for comfortable and efficient turning.
there you go.
Make a coordinated right turn to west, heading 270, keeping the ball centered.
Where is the ball? The ball should be here, shouldn't it? Am I right? I don't... Anyone? Oh, it's here. Sorry, I'm looking at the wrong thing. I'm a turn coordinator. Yeah, I've got it. Right, so there you go. Want to keep that ball. Yeah,
As
I've
we
got it.
turn, the lift from our wings isn't pointing straight upwards anymore, so to stay at our altitude, we need to increase the angle of attack slightly to get some extra lift. You can feel this as the need to hold back pressure on the elevator.
Oh no! Oh, hello. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I've had this happen a couple of times. There you go. We're good. I don't know what happens, but there we are. Oops. And he wanted me to go 270, didn't he? Yeah, we're good. I think it's a graphics driver. So heading straight west.
Roll out on heading west and set us back to straight and level.
Straight and level. Roger that. So you see the wings down on the bottom left gauge is the turn coordinator. So I want to sort of keep the wings in with the these two white squares. Is a tutorial? Yeah, it's like a tutorial. Yeah, indeed. Never seen Fezza concentrate so much. I thought, what about in the sim?
Next,
Michael,
we'll
thank you
try
very
a
much, mate.
speed change
Appreciate that.
to see how it influences our straight and level sight.
Thank you very
picture.
much, mate.
Bring the power right back to idle and decelerate to 60 knots.
Did you find the ball? Yeah. He wants me to bring it to idle. Oof. Do I have to hold the pitch?
As we lose lift, trim nose up to keep the control pressures neutralized.
Oh, we're going to do a
You'll
stall
need to
here.
raise the nose slightly to increase our angle of attack to make up for the lost airspeed. Set power for 60 knots and retrim for level flight. Maintain a heading of west for the time being.
Yep. Thought we were going to do some spins there. Never mind.
See that our new straight and level attitude has a higher nose. This is our slow flight attitude.
Hey Ronnie, how you doing, buddy?
Attain 3,000 feet.
I'm trying, mate.
Now make a turn either to the left or the right, back to heading 090, keeping the ball centered.
Oh, we'll go left. Right, it's so hard as well with being, obviously being at a lower speed as well. Trying to keep that ball centered as well. This is not easy, ladies and gents. $60 knots, right, drop that nose a bit there. Jill, thank you very much for the £2. You prefer Jill to Gillian, right, roger that. We will try and make a mental note of that. Thank you very much.
100 knots, keeping straight and level throughout. Use some right rudder to counter the engine forces.
The right rudder there. Nose is sweet. Got that nose sorted, there we are. Trim is, it's so finicky. Have a go run Supermoto. Look, it's so difficult. Evening, Steve. How you doing, buddy? You're watching me trying to fly GA planes, which I don't think is. I think I'm a better airline pilot, guys. What do you think? Let's get that nose down a bit. There we are. Apart from when I land at the wrong airport, but no one needs to know about that.
Fantastic. That concludes your first VFR
Woo!
lesson.
I did it. I did it. Yay. Oh, it says 0. Oh, it says 1,000 points, a million points. I think it's a bug with Oof. I'm sweating. Wow. That was the easy part. Next up, ladies and gents, we're gonna do the approach and landing. Oh. So we'll just recap on this. So there's a lot to take in, isn't it? So again, this manual is brilliant. Takes you through everything. So there you got your principles of flight. Thrust versus drag. There's your different flight controls. Your aileron, your flaps, your pitot tubes, elevator, rudder. And it's very, very detailed. Have I got a link? I have indeed, mate. There you go. I think it's on sale at the minute as well, Tom. And again, there's loads of different ones as well. Navigator, cross-country navigation, jetliners. So yes. So just I should have done this originally. I totally forgot. It's too busy getting sidetracked. So let's have a look. So this is in the aircraft flying at the minute. So we've got, this is your ASI. This is your airspeed indicator, and it tells you everything about it. So airspeed indicator is essentially a pressure gauge. The harder the air is hitting the aircraft and flowing into the pitot tube, the higher the reading, which is calibrated to display nautical miles per hour, which is how yeah. So aviation, it's all nautical miles. It's not kilometers or miles per hour. It is nautical miles. As discussed in principles of flight, the speed of air going past the wing is directly related to the lift produced. If flying at very low speed, which we just did at the end there, the angle of attack would need to be increased, which means you're going to need to be have a higher pitch. If increased too far, the angle of attack can become excessive and disrupt the airflow around the ring, causing lift to be lost. This is a condition called stall, and is to be corrected without delay. So yeah, so that's your airside turn coordinator. And there you go. You've got your the bands there. So attitude indicator, that's just where we are. Altimeter, this is our altitude. So as the air pressure changes, so you know that number, the 1013, 1019, all that good stuff. As the air pressure changes day to day with the weather, the airport weather report will include the current air pressure setting to correct variations, known as QNH. Setting the reported pressure will set the altimeter to display altitude above mean sea level. And you got the turn coordinate, which we were just on about, and then our directional gyro, basically our heading. Before departure, periodically in flight, you will check that your directional gyro will agrees with the magnetic compass. A horizontal situation indicator should be HSI. Is more of an advanced form. Yeah, so we don't have a HSI yet on this aircraft. Then you got the vertical speed, just how much in feet. So these are hundreds. So 100, 200, 500, 1,000. Yeah, that's how fast we are. Us. How do I say it? Yeah, it's just the sense rate of altitude change. Yeah, sense rate of altitude change. There you go. That's it. Let's go. And then your transponder. So as we all know, the good old 7700 is the emergency. Typically you do see 7600. That's quite popular. That's radio failure. 7500 is hijacking. And then in the UK for our standard we use 7000. And then we'll have the different climb attitudes, the trim, which is, as you're saying, was very sensitive. I was struggling a bit. And then you've got the mixture. So an engine is designed to run a particular fuel to air ratio for optimal efficiency. As you climb to higher altitudes, the air becomes thinner, supplying less air to enter the engine and altering the ratio. So if you take out of a higher elevated airport, you're going to need more engine power because the air is thinner, so you've got less air entering the engine. So if you take out somewhere like Quito in Southern America, you're going to need a bit more power. When are we getting a Fezza audiobook? Oh, mate, I'm not a good reader. I always think stuttering stuff. It's not the alcohol, I promise. So if too much fuel is being supplied, the fuel air mixture is termed. I mean, I can go. Show it wouldn't do ASMR. If too much fuel is being supplied, the fuel air mixture is termed as rich, which is experienced as a loss of performance. Prolonged rich running should they waste fuel and can also cause carbon buildup in the engine, decreasing performance further and causing rough running, just like your car engine. Got a bit too much oil in there, you know, you'd be struggling. The red mixture control is used to reduce the engine's fuel flow slightly to maintain the intended fuel to air ratio, a process known as leaning. Be sure not to pull the mixture control too far back, as it will just, yeah, your engine will die. When operating a high altitude airport, such as those found in mountainous areas, you would pre-lean the mixture before departure, as you will likely be performance limited and need optimal power. There we go. You will experience this for yourself in the lesson on mountain flying. So then this was the map. So you've got little these are called VRPs. These bits here, visual reference points. So when you're flying about, you sort of look for buildings and just points of interest, so you know where you are from a situational awareness point of view. So like I always know where I am when I'm coming into Liverpool, like in the sim, because I always see Fiddler's Ferry power station because it's right there, and I know Liverpool's to the left of that, down the river, down the Mersey. And then you got Runcorn Bridge as well, Jaguar Car Factory. So yeah, this is what you use when you're flying to just to keep your situational awareness. Alton Park down there, Chester, Harwarden. So next up, we are going to go and do the approach and landing, ladies and gents. Wish me luck. When is the charity event? I believe it is the 4th of September. 4th of September. So, approach time. So, what I'll do is I'll just jump back here, because I'm going to need to jump out of the screen anyway. Yeah, it says no points. That's bugged in this version of the simulator. Okay, it's not, I'm not that rubbish. Oh, alright. So we'll go back along here. And so we've done VFR 01. So like I say, there's loads of different ones. Circuits, local flights. And we're going to go all over the world. Sweden. Shetlands. Up in the Shetlands. Different aircraft there as well. Different aircraft there. Mountain flying. I think we'll go down to New Zealand, USA, soar across the Seattle skyline, and then we have a tour of Venice as you climb aboard. Look at that, we're going everywhere. We're going everywhere, ladies and gents. So we've done 01. We will now jump in to 02. Wish me luck. Wish me luck, ladies and gents. First drill, keep the blue side up, agreed. Alpine Geordie, how you doing, buddy? Squeaky bum time, indeed. Indeed, mate. No worries, Jen. Will you be, no, Carl, it's not very good, mate. It is, and it's not worth your money. Yeah, it's a bit, it's not up to scratch, it's, yeah, just a money grabbing thing. So thank you everyone for all the super chats that came in there. Like I say, I'm busy, right? So I'm trying. I'm trying, but thank you all very much. Appreciate that. Here we go, ladies and gents. Look, there's the Marriott, there's me. I am the captain. Here we go. So we're at 2,400 feet.
We're to the northwest of Liverpool. This time to look at descending, approach and landing.
So let's get our situational awareness. Where are we?
We're flying straight and level in.
That is the
at 100 knots.
Oh, what was that? We just flew to it.
090 and slow
C4.
to 60 knots.
C4 in front of us. So Liverpool is down there. I missed that. I think it was slow to 60 knots. Was it? I believe it was. Keeping 2,400. Yeah. So you got C4 off the nose. We eat. So again, want to try and keep 2,400 feet. So as we bring the power back, the nose will drop. So we've got to counteract that with a bit of trim. Was it 80 knots or was it 60 knots? I'm sure he'll tell me. I believe it was 60. Right. Let's slow it all the way down. Try and just keep this pitch as well. Mr. Luke Jordan, how you doing, buddy?
Staying level at 2,400 feet, set flaps to 10 and see how the picture changes.
Right, let's get our level then first. So get that trim. We need power. Pitch and power. Pitch and power. Two things we all need in life. Right, flaps 10. Nose is going to balloon up. Whoa, look at that speed. Drop down straight to 50
Maintaining
knots.
2,400 feet. See how the nose is lower as the flaps have made the wing more effective. Flaps add both lift and drag, so you need a little extra power to hold your speed.
I like the little sign telling you you're in a Cessna, yeah, just in case you forget.
Now set flaps to 20 and see what changes.
Up to 20. Oof.
Now accelerate to 80 knots.
Right, let's accelerate. Drop that nose because we're gonna come up. I want to keep that 2. Oh, yeah. Come on. So 2,450 feet there. Let's put that back down.
Now keep 80 knots and start a slow descent, only going down at about 400 feet per minute. Keep descending at 80 knots and 400 feet per minute. This is how we'll fly down
So
the
I want to
initial
look here.
part of the approach.
So there, that's 500. So I want to keep the this right on there, as well as trying to keep 80 knots and keep the plane level. Not the easiest. Oh, we're gonna fly over the stadiums though. There you go. Get that nose down. Let's pitch. See how windy it is, look. The other plane just getting blown about. But what is that straight off the nose there on the horizon?
Now please maintain your rate of descent and extend full flaps.
So keep that rate of descent, so 400 feet-ish. Full flaps. Ooh, not that pitch change.
Now that we've got full flaps, we have more lift and drag. Set and maintain a speed of 60 knots.
As well as descending at 400 feet per minute. Oh, this is so easy. Not. Right, 5, yeah, about that.
Good. Now holding 60 knots and a slow descent of 300 to 400 feet per minute. This is how we'd fly the end of the approach as we get close to landing.
So why we're flying
Get
it
used
now?
to this attitude and power setting and keep descending further.
Okay, it's getting us used to it, guys. Don't worry about it. Say what? What? Right, there we go. So we're roughly about 400 feet. Bring that power back a touch more. Descending through 1,600 feet. Bring that nose up a bit.
Keep a heading of east for now.
Roger. So make that left-hand turn.
So this is how things would look as we come into land. But if things don't go well, we perform a go-around, where we apply full power.
We've performed a few of them.
Make sure not to do this too aggressively, however.
Well, I've never done a go-around, so you know. Have our ladies and gents. Never done one on this channel. Mr. Ewald, how you doing, sir? We are indeed in a Cessna 152. We're doing some FS Academy training missions, since my piloting skills are much to be desired. Let's keep east. Give it a bit more beans there. Keep it at 60 knots.
Let's practice a go around. Set full power now and set the climb attitude.
So
Use some right rudder to stay straight and keep climbing. Set flaps to 20.
Flaps 20. So I want to put the nose on the horizon. Let's get that trimmed out.
We'll set the flaps to 10.
Flaps 10. This guy doesn't need to teach me how to do a go around. I think I'm pro at that by now, aren't I, guys?
Finally, retract the flaps completely.
Flaps.
Good. Climb to 1,400 feet and get yourself straight and level at 100 knots.
Roger that. On the east. So 1,200 feet. Stream chat reader, I use a what's called a Hortas. 1,400 feet was a hands-on throttle and stick. I use the Thrustmaster Warthog, which I have used for. Oh, could have predicted that a bit better. I've used this for 4 years, and it's performed many greasy landings. And I am not yet.
Trim nose down to ease the control pressure to stabilize at 100 knots with a straight and level attitude.
Oh, I shot that a little bit. So we'll bring that power down.
Now we'll head back to Liverpool and try a zone entry, approach and
There's
landing.
Fiddler's Ferry power station over there though, guys.
Liverpool Golf Foxtrot Sierra Alpha Charlie, request VFR rejoin at Kirby.
Golf Alpha Charlie Liverpool radar, clear to enter controlled airspace at Kirby, not above 1,500 feet VFR. Squawk 5052, clearance limit, car factory.
Clear to enter, not above 1,500 feet VFR to car
Clearance
factory.
limit, car
5052,
factory.
Golf Alpha Charlie.
So there we are. Jaguar car
Turn right
factory, is that one
heading
limit?
south. We're now looking to route to the car factory VRP, located just north of the airport.
Oh, ballooned that a bit. Let's turn
Target
right now.
Speed of 100. Maintain 1,400 feet.
Wow, really ballooned the nose, hasn't it? Yeah, trimmed. Oh, I think my chat froze. I was like, chat is really, really quiet. Give me a moment, guys. I was like, it's a bit. Oh, chat's a bit quiet. And I know I'm trying, man. I'm trying. It's the turn. Oh.
Now continue south into the Liverpool control zone.
Yeah,
and you'll
chat
soon
is
begin
a long
to
way
see
back.
The factory.
Right.
There's a large flat industrial building near to the airport.
Right.
Visual reference points, VRPs, are local landmarks that give points of reference to VFR flights to easily communicate their positions. Chosen for their
I thought he's
standout
all
features,
he's all
VRPs
left.
are shown on VFR maps. Contain 1,400 feet.
Right, let me get this nose down now. Thank you.
Squawk code, which is entered into the transponder to label us on the ATC radar screen. Head south towards the car factory.
So, car factory, let's have a look. Can we see it? There we are. Right, let me try and get the aircraft stable. And then I can try and read the chat. No. Great stream, Physical Legend, joining Kevin.
Spot on the runway and try to lock that point in the same place on our windscreen all the way down. It could be runway numbers, a touchdown marking, or something else. Continue on this heading of south and you should be able to see the car factory soon.
I can see it. Start off the nose. I think I should be a bit to the left there. I think we went a bit right.
Contain 1,400 feet.
It's just so difficult, man. Especially. Sorry, guys. You're gonna have to wait. I can't multitask. Not a chance. This is why we have autopilot.
Golf Alpha Charlie, contact Liverpool Tower 126.355.
Yeah, I think we were. Yeah, the airport's there.
126.355 Golf Alpha Charlie. We'll report to ATC that we've reached our clearance limit at the car factory VRP. Golf Alpha Charlie, car factory.
Golf Alpha Charlie, make right orbit for traffic, call complete.
Right orbit, Wilco, Golf Alpha Charlie. Start a 360 turn, known as an orbit, to the right, as instructed by ATC.
Wow, the wind, it's a bit windy as well. Look as I'm turning, the aircraft's struggling. And that nose down there's Liverpool. Am I going to continue this next Monday? Yeah, we'll see, man. We'll see. It's up to you guys whether I've redeemed myself after last week's show. Look how windy it is. Wow.
Contain 1,400 feet.
I'm trying, mate, but it's windy. And the turn isn't helping. My hand's starting to ache. Any more excuses I've got on the whole bag? And I'm trying to keep the ball in the turn. And I'm trying to keep the speed at 100 knots. I'm just not a good multitasker. I'm just not a good multitasker. Got the right airport this week. I don't know yet. I don't know. Kevin, how you doing, buddy? Hope you're well. Done a lot of work on there, Cosby Dockside. Very nice, Matty boy. Right, we're getting there. We're getting there. So, yeah, there's Fiddler's Ferry. Off the nose. And look, I'm alright. Hey, Dave, you flew a 172 over Liverpool. Keeping this right-hand turn coming in. On your 60th birthday. Checking out a landing, but yeah, it was real nice, mate. Runcorn Bleach. Hey, 60 Blue, how you doing, bud? Isn't there a cornflake factory? I don't know. Alright, we'll make that right hand turn. Keep the right hand turn coming in. Couldn't see anything. Stupid chats are coming in. I will get to them, guys. Don't worry. My chat is... It's all the way back. Right, the runway is there. Are we going to get a call? Nope. Do I have to keep this right hand orbit coming in? Speed's a little low. I thought they would have called us by now. Unless we have to do another orbit, ladies and gents.
The target speed of 100.
I'm trying.
The landing attitude will be just like what we saw earlier, which we used to fly down towards our aiming point. As we cross the runway threshold, move your gaze to the far end of the runway, and then use peripheral vision to judge your height.
Right.
Then we'll pull the power back and raise the nose to the flare attitude, which is just enough to reduce your rate of descent, and touch down on the main gear first.
Right, roger that.
Then we'll smoothly allow the nose wheel to land and let your speed fall off with the power still at idle.
I think my flying has... I think this guy thinks we're like landing, but we're not. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fly up. I'm going to come up the Mersey. And we will indeed go in for a landing, ladies and gents. So while I'm here, I will try.
The target speed of 100.
As I'm getting told off. You've done a few go-arounds, Fezza, just a couple. The Thrustmaster one's a bit expensive for what you get. The honeycomb one looks good though. There's a new one coming later in the year. Right, my chat just jumped. Right.
Golf Alpha Charlie, orbit complete.
Oh, there you go.
Golf Alpha Charlie, enter right downwind, runway 27, number 1.
Right downwind, runway 27, Golf Alpha Charlie.
Right, lovely.
Make a left turn here to fly heading 090, parallel to the runway. Descend down to 1,100 feet.
Left turn now? The runway is there? Anyway, we'll get that descent on though. I've got this chat. Me and Martin used to do quite a bit of GCS actually. There's a good clip of me and him chasing an F8, chasing an aircraft. Right, here we go. Get that right hand turn now, ladies and gents. And we will slow it down to 60 knots. I think I've broke the instructor. I think my terrible flying. You want us to make a... Yeah. Anyway.
Maintain 1,100 feet as the circuit altitude on the downwind leg.
We are downwind, I'm here! He's not... right, we've got it. Flaps. I know. I'm a pro GA pilot. We've got it. He's had a few westerns, ladies and gents. He's not... yeah, he's struggling a bit. Look at this. Perfect. Stay flaps 20. Get that speed down.
Target speed of 100.
Yeah, you're gonna say that, but... Yeah, my terrible piloting has threw him off. I think, yeah, we were supposed to be a bit more left than where we were, but... I think right at the start I didn't really know how to fly, so... maybe that might need improving. Speed's a bit low. But here we go then, gents. Here's the landing. Want to aim for that 1,000 footer. This here is the touchdown zone. Whoa, that's a balloon and a bit. Fine, we will get it. Very twitchy though. Idle that power now. And then... Come on, baby. Oh, greased! Yes! We'll see if we can vacate right as well. Yeah, super. I think yeah. It was like I was literally on the approach and it went make a right turn 090 and the right 090 was left. So I think it's something had gone amiss somewhere, and I think right at the start I'd flew to the right where I think it wanted me to the left, but it didn't tell me it wanted me to go left till it was too late. So there we go, we've done it. Right, I don't care what he says. He's not there, but... Look, I kicked him out. He's out. He's out. Stay in a bit. Giving me dodgy information, telling me a right turn 090 and it's to me left. Like when I done that first orbit, it didn't register it. But there we go. We are going up here. The main terminal's down there. Here is the J-Pod. Right, I'll catch up on the chat. Woof. Thank you very much. I've seen a few super chats coming in there. Appreciate that, guys. Mr. Kevin D, you are the 50 mega bong. I appreciate that, mate. Thank you very, very much. Evening, Fezza. Good evening. My bank manager informed me today to sell shares in the Strongbow brand. Apparently, share value has dropped by 50% because of fallen sales. That's interesting because there's 18 cans in my fridge. Anyway, not that turn, not that turn. That's the skyport. We don't want to go in there. We don't want to go in there. Down here. So little donate to get your share value. Thank you. Cheers, mate. Yeah. Thank you very much, buddy. Appreciate that. And hope work goes well for you, mate. Appreciate that. Right, here we go then, gents. Coming in. Shut the lights. What we got? Strobes off. Landing lights off. Whoa. There we go. Keen Air. Raven Air. There you go. Liverpool Flying School. Needs a bit of juice to get going. So we'll pull in here to the right. And we will park up. I think next to the, let's see, Senecas or something? Ah, yeah, detachable steering wheel, yeah. Just rip it off. There you go. And what we'll do is we'll spin it around and we'll park it. We'll park it up here. Park next to these boys. Is that a bit tight for comfort there? Ooh, get a bus in there, man. Aye, get a bus in there. Easy. Lovely stuff. Right, palm bricks. All the mixture. Take the beacon off. Take the navigation lights off. All off. And we'll turn the engine ignition off. And the battery and alternator off. And there we go. Oh. Yeah, might need to put the flaps on. Might need to bring the flaps up. Lovely stuff. There we go. Right, let me catch up on chat. Thank you very much, Kevin. Appreciate that, buddy. Don't worry, Strongbows sales are intact, mate. They sent me an email. Yeah, I wish. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Jane Chew with a £2. Thank you very much, Jane. Appreciate that. Sue Lawson with a £2 super sticker. Thank you very much, Sue. Carl Crawford with the £2 and Angie with a £2. Steve with a £2 and H with the £2. Appreciate that. Carl again with another £2. Appreciate that, Carl. Think Fezza needs some tips from North Phillips, mate. Tell Noel to come fly up to Newcastle. I'll pay for his landing fee, and he can give me some tips. I have been watching quite a bit of his pilot vlogs lately, so they've been a bit of an inspiration. So thank you very much. My chat's jumped yet again. And Willie P, thank you. Thanks, mate. Appreciate that. Thank you very much, guys. Grass cutting time, never. Yeah, Ravenair and Liverpool flying school, lovely. Greece the landing, that wasn't bad, was it? Little bit of a float. I mean, I could have settled it down, but I thought yeah, we will. We'll try for the first time. We'll get our eye in a little bit. But he's shaking like mad. Don't worry about me. I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, we'll have a quick look at the scenery as well. It's like a custom scenery. It's a POS scenery. So, just seeing instructor float down on his chute down the Mersey. You love his content. Glad you're enjoying it, Michael. Glad you're enjoying it, mate. Yeah, that's exactly what I want. I want to, show people. Camera. Here we go. There you go. You start up the motor. Right. Meow. Here we go. So, Liverpool. Here you go. There's the same loads. Little fire station. Down there. Tower. Is that like the, that'll probably be like the old ATC tower, isn't it? Where's the new one? New one's over there, isn't it? There you go. And then here is the main ramp. There's one Flamo down there. Oh, we got what? Win Aviation. So yeah, pretty good. And then we'll go and have a look at the front of the airport. I've literally turned all my graphic settings up. So Matty Days, Meltwood Joy, bit of Cadbury's. Think South Liverpool. I wouldn't be happy if that was my board. No, up by the tree. Big main man there. John Lennon, what a G. Shell, yeah, right. Insure and go. There you go. And obviously, the good old yellow submarine. They're pretty cool. Pretty nice. Hampton by Hilton. It's quite a snazzy little hotel now, isn't it? Interesting. Certainly eye-catching. Probably about 500 quid a night. Pretty good, pretty good. Right, let's move on. Let's see what else we've got. So we'll pretend we've done this one, but we know the flight, the instructor, yeah, he fell asleep. Right then, so back to activities. There was a bus outside. I don't know, was it? The hotel's only been open a few years. Interesting. So we've done the basic VFR. Now we're going to learn some circuits, ladies and gents. We are going to learn some circuits. You see, what I should have done was, ladies, what I should have done was here. So when I spawned in, I sort of flew towards C4. I should have flew left of that. See, if I look, I should have looked at this. I can't really look at this and fly the plane at the same time. I can't even read the chat. And then, you get, so you do fly over the car factory and then you make a left-hand turn. Ah, right. That's why we're wrong. You see. Sky Demon, which is, that's pretty good. If I was flying, I'd probably get Sky Demon. There's a chart. Circuits. Here we go, ladies and gents. You've had your first exposure to the circuit pattern in the previous lesson. Now it's time to, well, not really, but now it's time to nail down the basics of both the normal and lower level circuit at Tauranga on New Zealand's North Island. This will be interesting. The circuit or traffic pattern is a regular course around a runway made up of 4 legs. Circuits are left-handed as standard unless airspace or obstacles require a right-hand circuit, which will be noted on the airport chart. We will assume a left-handed circuit here. All turns once in the circuit are made in the same direction. All to the left in a left-hand circuit, all to the right in a right-hand circuit. How you doing there, Toblerone? Still going with that, are we? A circuit is performed at a certain altitude of 1,000 feet above airfield level, unless a different altitude is specified on the charts. The airfield elevation is listed on the chart. So we're going to take off. It never gets old. Flaps will be up. We'll reach 500 feet. Then we'll make the left hand turn. 1,000 feet. Then crosswind. It'll be the radio call. Bumfis. Now, it's not dirty or anything like that, but it's an acronym. It's Bumfis. So that's crosswind, the runway. So as you can see, crosswind. This is downwind, and then that's the base. So you might hear, if you listen to ATC or anything, you'll see an aircraft is downwind, or they are base, and then turn and final. So then you go 1,000 feet. Then you'd be on the downwind leg. And you got that's Bumfis, which we'll get into in a second. Then you got your approach flaps when you make the left turn to base, and then landing flaps when you make the left turn to final. So crosswind leg. After reaching 500 feet above airfield level. After takeoff, a climbing 90-degree turn is made to the left. This puts you onto the crosswind leg. Continue until reaching circle altitude, at which point another 90-degree turn. So you climbed, so after reaching 500 feet, you make a climbing 90-degree turn. Yep, that will then put you onto the crosswind leg, and then you will so that will put you on there, and then at which point another 90-degree turn is made onto the downwind leg. Why do I have to make aviation so complicated? It's amazing, isn't it? Especially when you get into it like this. The downwind runs parallel to the landing runway and is flown at circle altitude. Once established onto downwind, a call is made on the radio to announce your position. This could be the ATC at a controlled airport or as a broadcast on the local traffic frequency at an uncontrolled airfield. Mr. Bing Bong Paul Davies. Good evening, sir. Hope you're doing well. This is a good time to perform a before landing checklist. This might be prescribed in the aircraft manual or as a standard operating procedure, a SOP. On to Bumfist. This is your downwind checklist. B, brakes. Brake pressure. You want to ensure your pan brake is released. U, undercarriage. Landing gear fixed or down and locked if we did have a retractable landing gear. M, mixture. Full rich in case we go around, want as much power as we can. Fuel. So you'd have different tanks, so you want to be on your, basically I think it's like your fullest tank for your landing. Bumfish, no Bumfist. I've never heard the first until I read this document. I had a skim before the stream just to, you know. So I wasn't a complete novice. I seen this, I was like, interesting. So, don't feel indications. You want to check your T's and P's, you might hear that. So, when you're taking off, you want to check your T's and P's. T's and P's are in the green. That's your engine, oil, temperatures, and pressures. They are normal. Security. Is your seatbelt fastened, ladies and gents? Are your doors secure? And is your windows closed? This covers the important items to be checked before landing and will be performed for each circuit or when arriving at an airfield. Brake pressure is checked by squeezing the brake pedals, so just tapping your brakes, locate top of the rudders. To feel there is pressure in the system. Undercarriage is either confirmed, yep, I think yep. So most light aircraft have at least two fuel tanks. The desired tank can be selected to supply the fuel by use of a cockpit control, typically like a lever, which varies by aircraft. Yeah, so you want to ensure a tank is selected with adequate fuel quantity. Kick the tires and light the fires. Continue on the downwind leg. Right. So, Yep. Go around. No. Touch and goes. Then you've got a low circuit. So I want to look for the airfield elevation, which should be normally at the top. 13 feet, as you can see here. So we want to go 1,000 feet above that. So 1,013 feet for the circuit. That's the chart. Right. Let's make sure we appreciate everything. Yeah, honestly, it's... I mean, I'm struggling here. I'm trying. Row! It seems we have a new aircraft. Wish me luck. Oof. It's a bit bumpy.
For lesson 3, we start with a new aircraft and a new location. The Robin DR4.
Oh, look at this, ladies and gents. New Zealand.
We're not going to land just yet, so maintain circuit altitude of 1,000 feet and fly overhead the runway, tracking the centre line.
Oh, look, we've got a
The
stick.
circuit pattern is the way VFR flights are organised when circling an airfield. A series of left-hand 90-degree turns takes us around the circuit in a rectangle shape.
Interesting.
The basic circuit is the same everywhere for consistency, although terrain or airspace limitations may require a right-hand circuit to be made, which will be noted on the charts.
So obviously we're going left-handed.
There are 4 sides to the rectangle, which are named. If we were landing now, this would be the final leg. Once beyond the far end of the runway, we'll make a left turn onto the crosswind leg.
Oh, so want to ensure we're looking at the middle bit.
Would then take us onto the downwind leg.
So
where
difficult,
we fly
man.
parallel to the runway at the circuit altitude of 1,000 feet above the airfield elevation.
I'd imagine this is probably a lot easier in real life.
Once we reach the end of that downwind leg, Seen once the landing threshold appears at a 45-degree angle behind you, we make a third left turn onto the base leg and start to descend and decelerate. Judging visually, we then make our final turn onto the final leg, where we're lined up to land. Make a left turn now onto the crosswind leg.
Right, left hand turn. Also notice, so on the speed, this is our speed. Notice, on the outer ring, it's kilometers. So we don't want to use that, we want to use the inner ring. And also...
to keep your speed at 110.
Okay, 110. And also notice the cockpit is in French. So...
Roll out on a heading of 160 to fly the crosswind leg. Now make another left turn onto downwind.
Oh, that was a bit much. Nice and easy. Avgeek, how you doing, buddy? Good evening. Hope you're doing well. Circuits are very quick. Very
Roll
quick.
out on heading 070 to parallel the runway.
I should have enabled me
Do
track
our
IR
downwind
actually.
checks. Brakes are pressured but released. Undercarriage is fixed. Mixture full rich. Fuel on and sufficient.
There's the runway though.
Indications are in the green. And security seatbelts are fastened. Doors are closed. Foxtrot Sierra Alpha downwind for touch and go.
Foxtrot Sierra Alpha number 1, report final.
Look, I know I haven't updated it.
Wilco Foxtrot Sierra Alpha.
He doesn't sound New Zealand. Yeah, I know. Sure, what? Not like me beluga. So we are, after last week's showing, Avgeek, we've been demoted back to unqualified pilot, and we are back in flight school, and we are learning how to fly again.
Now make another left turn, power back and start a gentle descent. Decelerate to 80 knots.
Imagine doing VFR around here. Amazing. Look at that. Look at them buildings. Whoa, is that it? Oh, look. Whoa. Look, see, so look how quick the airport gets to you. Look at that. We're already there. We're a little bit high, but we'll recorrect. Yeah, definitely needed me track IR on this. Oh, has he bugged again? Oh. I think we might have to call missed here, guys. We, yeah. A little bit too high, a little bit too fast. I really wasn't expecting the runway to come that quick. We'll see.
Now we're in the white airspeed band. Extend the first stage of flaps.
Yeah, I've bugged it. I've bugged it. We're gonna have to restart it. Yeah, I need to set me track IR, so it's something that attaches onto my headset and I can look about, because it's a bit difficult when my hands are full, you know. So we're gonna have to redo that one, guys. Yeah. I know now though. I know now. We just need to extend that a bit more and descend a bit quicker.
The Robin DR400 and Tauranga in New Zealand.
Take 2 to Tango. Hey, I did not expect the runway to be that close.
Altitude of 1,000 feet and fly overhead the runway, tracking the center line. The circuit pattern is the way VFR flights are organised when circling an airfield.
Don't get the reset in real life. Ah, you would have just went around, but the scenario wouldn't have caught up, you see.
The basic circuit is the same everywhere for consistency, although terrain or airspace limitations may require a right-hand circuit to be made.
You've got to do it right, you know.
On the charts. There are 4 sides to the rectangle which are named. If we were landing now, this would be the final leg. Once beyond the far end of the runway, we'll make a left turn onto the crosswind leg. Another 90-degree left turn would then take us onto the downwind leg, where we fly parallel to the runway at the circuit altitude of 1,000 feet above.
Right, we're doing much better here, 110 knots-ish.
Once we reach the end of that downwind leg, seen once the landing threshold appears at
Paul and Paul, hey guys, how you doing, mate?
Behind you, we make a third left turn onto the base leg.
I see he enjoys the
and decelerate.
The null joke as well.
Judging visually, we then make our final turn onto the final leg, where
Brilliant.
we're lined up to land. Make a left turn now onto the crosswind leg.
Right, left hand turn now. Look at that, all the cars down there, guys. Wow. And you got some sort of like running, is that, yeah, running track? Beautiful. Beautiful scenery.
Roll out on a heading of 160 to fly the crosswind leg.
Right. There's 16. Bit windy. Look, the aircraft jumping about. Oof.
Now make another left turn onto downwind.
Right, left hand turn. A little high, we'll just get that nose down there. Speed's good. Altitude's good.
Roll out on heading 070 to parallel the runway. We'll do our downwind checks. Brakes are pressured but released. Undercarriage is fixed.
A bit
Mixture
low.
full rich. Fuel on and sufficient. Indications are in the green. And security, seatbelts are fastened, doors are closed.
Right, let's try and keep visual.
Sierra Alpha,
Right.
downwind for touch and go.
Foxtrot Sierra Alpha,
Right.
number 1, report final.
Wilco, Foxtrot Sierra Alpha. Remember the circuit altitude is 1,000 feet.
Yep. Which I'm on. I'm on, don't worry. Attempt. What do you mean? This is the first attempt. Right. Trying to keep the view with the runway as well. 1,000 feet, speed's good. Doors are closed. Yeah, just a bit. Woo! New Zealand, baby. Still parallel. Still 070.
Now make another left turn, power back, and start a gentle descent. Decelerate to 80 knots.
Don't make that too much of a tight turn. Gentle descent. Power back. It's a gentle descent, not 1,000 feet per minute. Yeah. Where's the runway? Said every pilot. I think.
Now we're in the white airspeed band. Extend the first stage of flaps. Set power and trim for 80 knots.
Where is 80 on that? Okay, it's in the middle. It's in the middle. Okay, I'll see where it is. There's a runway. See, I just made too much of a
Now
turn last time.
left and align yourself on the runway center
Hey!
line. Take full flaps and speed 60 knots.
Full flaps.
Foxtrot Sierra Alpha turning final.
Here we go. Here we go. Yeah, we're
Foxtrot
nailed it.
Sierra Alpha cleared touch and go runway 25, wind
Who
260.
said we're doing a touch and go? He never said we were doing it.
25 Foxtrot Sierra Alpha. Select an aiming point and lock it into place.
Lock it
Not
in,
allowing it to
locked
move
and
up or
loaded.
down in the windscreen. Set power and trim for 60 knots.
Roger that.
After touchdown, stay on the centre line, set takeoff flaps and full power for a touch and go.
He did a touch and go last week in the Beluga. Oi. We don't talk about that. Speed is far too high. All flaps are down. We've done bum fists. Well, he's done bum fists for us. Yeah, that's better. Wait. It's sporty here. Just a bit. Gentle, yeah, 1,000 feet per minute. Oh, wait. I feel like I am a little like, yeah, there you go, that's a bit better.
To the far end of the runway, power to idle, set the flare attitude, touching down with the main wheels.
Flare hots.
Maintain the centre line and set takeoff flaps. Now apply full power with some right rudder for the engine torque. Now raise the nose to the takeoff attitude. Keep full power and the climbing attitude. Keep the right rudder in whilst climbing on the runway heading.
Easy. There we go. Well done, John. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know if you get some aircraft you get the one you get the stall horn. So as you heard the beep 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 beep. That is the stall horn. Way.
Passing 300 feet above airfield level, so retract the flaps.
You got
Once above 500 feet, turn left onto the crosswind leg, climbing to 1,000 feet.
Roger that. Yeah. See, because of the torque, single engine, it's pushing us over. That's why you want to keep a bit of right rudder in. There's 500.
There's 500 feet above airfield level,
Jinx.
so make your left turn onto crosswind.
I think that was 160, I believe. Yeah.
Roll out heading 160 and climb back up to the circuit altitude
We
of 1,000
overshot that a little bit. Santi now in New Zealand. Man, she's a bit sluggish. I mean, I'm climbing her, but yeah, we're only doing like 70 knots.
Level off at 1,000 feet and start your left turn onto downwind. Accelerate to about 90 knots.
Right, 1,000 feet, left hand turn. I'll power back a little bit. Zero 70, I believe. There you go.
Downwind checks. Brakes pressured and released. Undercarriage fixed. Mixture full rich. Fuel on and sufficient. Engines in the green and secure. Foxtrot Sierra Alpha downwind 25 for low approach and overshoot.
Overshoot?
Foxtrot Sierra Alpha
What?
Roger, you're number 1, cleared low approach and overshoot, runway 25.
Cleared low approach and overshoot runway 25. Next circuit request low level. Foxtrot Sierra Alpha.
Foxtrot Sierra Alpha, roger. Next circuit, low level approved.
Oh, plane spot. I've been in the sim in the Fly 360 sim, and we done some turns and nah. I don't know. I always thought, oh yeah, I've got like a proper strong stomach when it comes to yeah, I'd be able to do 9, you know, 9G turn upside down, but no. Very cool sim. Enjoy, Andrew.
Here, power back to 80 knots and start a descent. We're going to do a missed approach this time.
Not like me to do a go around, is it, ladies and gents? Right, let's keep. Oh, hello. Where's my? There it is. Yeah. So we'll bring this down. Pull the power. Nice and gentle, about 400 feet per minute. And we will round it out about there. We'll slow down to 70 knots.
Speeds in the white band, first stage of flaps and power for 80 knots. Make the final turn, take landing flaps, power for 60 knots.
All the flaps, make that turn. That speed down. I'm gonna hold 60 knots. Here we go, ladies and gents.
Keep the aiming point locked in the windscreen, and I'll say when to initiate a go around.
So I'm the first officer, he's the captain. He's gonna tell me when to go around. Wee. We're a little bit fast, so we want to be here. Oh no, yeah. Well, actually, no, we're perfect to be fair. Come on. Keep the aiming locked in. Lock it in, ladies and gents. Bit of up pressure on the
Go
stick.
around, full power and set the climb attitude.
Go around.
Hold the climb attitude and set takeoff flaps. Use right rudder to keep straight and climb to just 500 feet. We'll make a low level circuit this time, still with left hand turns. Keep the flaps set as they are.
We're going to do a low level circuit, ladies and gents. This is going to be good. Yeah. Keeping the nose, point the nose.
Maintain 500 feet and make a left turn to crosswind. We'll make a low level circuit, which will be tighter than before.
Lovely. Pull that power as well with the, don't want to get too fast. What about crosswind?
Now make another left turn onto our tighter downwind leg. Keep a speed of about 80 knots.
Roger that. And a little bit high.
Checks, brakes pressured and released, undercarriage fixed, mixture full rich, fuel on and sufficient, engines in the green, and secure with seatbelts fastened.
Beautiful. Right, let's keep this
Sierra
on.
Alpha, low level downwind, runway 25 for full stop.
Foxtrot Sierra Alpha cleared to land runway 25, wind 260 at 7 knots.
Cleared land runway 25, Foxtrot Sierra Alpha. Even though we're lower and closer in, we keep the same references. So we'll again make our turn when the runway is 45 degrees behind us. As we're closer to the runway, we'll make a continuous
try and keep the 500 feet.
onto final,
Speed's getting a little bit high.
altitude and until halfway around the base turn.
Hey, Paul, thank you very much, buddy, for the pound.
That's about the right
Appreciate that,
spot,
bet.
so
Thank you very
make
much.
a continuous left turn, holding 500 feet initially, speed 80 knots.
Roger.
Keep the turn going, take full flaps, and power for 60 knots. We're going to land off of this approach.
So it's basically a straight... Oh!
Bank angle.
Whoa, look at that! What does he mean about that turn? Full flaps. Oh, wow. I like how he said bank angle. That's funny. And what was his what was that? What was that? Oh, my performance goes a bit when I look towards this way. I think I don't know what happened there. Something's broke, but anyway, flaps are full. I don't know what he wants us to do. I think we're broken again. Man, why does it like just do that, man? Like, I flew that fine. I made it said make a bank and left turn. I did. Right, we're gonna land it. We're gonna land it. We're gonna land it, guys. He's being kicked out again. That's a bit, isn't it? Just how it loses the detection of where we are. I mean, again, I just flew it as he said. So.
Power off, flare attitude.
Oh no, he's back. He's back. He's back. He's back, guys. I did it right. Perfect. See?
Keep the centre line and allow the speed to come back on its own without braking. The exit is a little way further down the runway.
Easy. See, I did do everything right. 60 blue. Thank you very much, Neil.
Take the runway exit.
£5
on the right.
super chat. Monday evening go. See, I don't know what you mean. I don't know what you mean. Look at that beautiful landing. Put the pitch to the horizon and just let the aircraft come down nicely. Look at that. There we go, ladies and gents. Give it a bit of beans as we get off the runway here. We don't want to be stuck on the runway, we will get wrong. Bring up the flaps. Whew.
Great, that's your first introduction to circuits complete.
Hey! Hallelujah. Oh. Guys, my wrist. I need an autopilot. It is... Oh, never. Oh. It needs massaging. Man. No point. Don't worry about it. We've done it. Go easy. Shh. It's a bug with the current version of the sim. Promise. So we've got a local flight next. So take a short flight across the... I'm gonna have 5 minutes. All right. Just on there. give the old wrist. Yeah. A bit of relaxation. But thank you very much, guys, for your support this evening. Hope you're enjoying this. And we're getting a bit of learning. So while I'm giving my wrist a rest, you gotta remember the stick I use as well is actually quite the spring is quite strong in it. So it's yes, it's interesting. But I wouldn't mind getting a yoke. They yeah. We will see about that. There's a new one coming out later this year, so yes, we will see about that. So we were just around Taranga. I don't think a can of Strongbow would fix me wrist, mate. rest of that wrist. Give over. So there we are. That's where we flew. Pretty cool. Right, next up, ladies and gents, VFR 04. What I'll do is I'll update the flight command if I can remember how to. Is it that one? Yeah, I think it is. I should have done this earlier, but. Hey, Razorback. Thank you very much, buddy, for the brand new premium economy member. Let's get the VIPs, the bing bongs, the love in the chat for Razorback. Welcome to the community, mate. Really do appreciate that. Thank you very much. Bing bong. There you go. Beautiful stuff. You can do exclamation mark flight now, and it'll be correct. So thank you very much, Razorback, and thank you everyone for your support this evening. Appreciate that. So VFR 04 local flight. We're gonna leave the familiar airfield environment and explore further afield by departing the circuit and venturing out into the New Zealand countryside. The organisation and regulation of airspace varies internationally and has multiple aspects to consider, leading to a potentially complex and difficult to understand topic. If we make the assumptions that we are flying VFR below 10,000 feet, we can quickly narrow down and focus on the regulations that apply to us, therefore simplifying the airspace system. Airspace is divided into classes Alpha to Golf. Class Alpha is in IFR, instrument flight rules only. So what we have been doing for the past couple of months on the channel, flying VFR, bar the helicopter stream. There we are. So each class has different requirements. So Class B airspace, mainly Canada and USA, surrounds busy airports with ATC traffic separation. Class C, ATC provides separation instructions between VFR and IFR traffic. So Class C, they will tell you, you know, they will keep you on your toes, you know. They will give you instructions, you know, turn this, you know, altitude-wise, stuff like that. Then Class D provides separation information, so that will just tell you where the other aircraft are, and then you'll say, yeah, in sight, or we're looking for the traffic. You'll see, I think Noah Phillips will, if you watch on his pilot vlogs channel, you'll see he flies into both Class C and Class D airspace. So I think he flew over East Mids on, I think it was the latest video, and that would have been a Class C airspace. And then as he got further out, it would have went to Class D. And then you got Class C, radio not mandatory. A VFR traffic may be separated if radio is used. And then Class, there's no F. And it's now straight to Class G. Which is just uncontrolled airspace. You're on your own, kid. So the main areas of difference between each class for VFR flights are: must a radio be fitted and used for contacting ATC? Will ATC provide traffic separation instructions or just information? Is there an airspeed limitation of 250 knots below 10,000 feet? Class B, yes, all, no. There you go. That just breaks that down into a nice little chart. VFR weather minimums. So you'll hear about a lot of people who do who fly in the, you know, GA planes and stuff. And people who do the PPL, they'll say, oh, I couldn't fly today because of the weather. This is why. When flying VFR with it, because again, VFR, if you can't look and see out the window, you cannot really fly the plane. When flying VFR within any airspace class, we must comply with visibility and cloud avoidance regulations. These rules apply when flying above both 3,000 foot above mean sea level and 1,000 foot above ground level. A minimum of 5 kilometers visibility required. So, but right at the start, when we tuned the ATIS, it tells you in the ATIS what the visibility is. So it was 10 kilometers there. 10's always the max. So, yeah, they don't say like 50 kilometers, 100 kilometers. Yeah, 10 is the max. They will tell you. Maintaining at least 1,500 meters horizontal and 1,000 foot vertical cloud separation. Above 10,000 feet, the visibility requirement increases to 8 kilometers. Now we've got a nice little handy dandy here. So 5 kilometers, 1,500 meters. There you go. Below 3. So below 3, 10,000 feet. Sorry, 1,000 feet. I can't read. 1,000 feet. So pretty cool. 8 kilometers when you're above 10. Flying below either 3,000 feet AMSL or 1,000 feet AGL. The 5 kilometer visibility requirement remains, but cloud avoidance simplifies to just stay clear of the cloud. I like how in aviation it's some parts are like so complex and others just like, yeah, like so like just stay clear of the cloud. In common sense, isn't it? Stay clear of the cloud. This means you can get as close as you want and go cloud skimming, but you must not come in contact. What is it, the coronavirus or something? You can't come in contact. But then who's gonna know? You know what I mean, guys? You're flying VFR, right? You know, being cheeky. You're flying VFR. Who's gonna know? You've just touched that cloud. Right, I'm going down the flight too. Apart from your instructor, maybe we'll just do what we've done in Liverpool and kick them up. Whilst ensuring you are in sight of the surface. Who's gonna know? You know what I mean? So there you go. 1,000 feet AGL, so above ground level. Inside the surface. Clouds are up there. It's all taking flight sim as well. Minimum heights, 500 within 500. A minimum height of 500 feet above the surface or any obstacle within 500 feet of the aircraft must be maintained. So you got a minimum of 500 feet. Noel Phillips, again, he's got a video on this because he got reported once. No, someone reported him to the CAA for apparently being less than 500 feet above the ground level. So that was interesting. You saw that video? Yeah. Some funky people abusing it. Except for the purpose of takeoff or landing. Flying at such a low height restricts your options considerably and increases the chance of bird strikes, proximity to hazards such as power lines. Have a good night, Sommel. Take care, buddy. Thank you very much. Have a good night. Power lines and obstacles not included on maps. Maybe the map you're using is a bit on the older side. So, on people's lawns, yeah. Yeah, grass. Keep out of the way, grass. Military law fine is concentrated below 1,000 feet. Yeah, obviously, military get to do what they want. Congested areas. When flying across a congested area, the minimum height is raised to 1,000 foot clearance above the tallest obstacle within 2,000 foot of the aircraft. So there you go. Congested area, got to be 1,000 foot from the top, from the peak of that obstacle. Glide clear rule. The above minimum heights, which may need to be increased to ensure that whilst flying over a town, city, or large open air gathering such as a music festival, you must always have enough altitude to facilitate a glide to a safe area for an emergency landing. So you always want to be looking out the window, not on your phone or the chat, and just always ensuring what happens if your engine fails. Right there, click your finger, engine fails. Where you gonna go? What you gonna do? And that always all comes down to, you know, then you got decision making. Which fails? Is it big enough? Is there houses on it nearby? Or so it's all about the decision making aspect and keeping looking about. Hey Infinite, how you doing, buddy? Overhead join. I think we were basically done that, didn't we? We're going to be arriving at an airfield that does not have a control tower. We'll explore how to join a circuit at an uncontrolled airfield using a procedure known as the overhead join. I think you may have heard of that one. Lovely. All circuits have two sides, the live side and the dead side. Interesting, I didn't know that. The live side is the side where the circuit is flown. The dead side is the opposite to the live side. And you're so descending to circuit altitude during an overhead join. Ah, interesting. Circuit direction is to the left unless stated otherwise on the airfield chart where published. Before arrival, gather the information as available, such as weather, circuit direction, airfield elevation. Weather can be obtained pre-flight en route. If or other weather transmission is available. For this lesson, we're going to introduce you to a right-hand circuit at Matamata, New Zealand. The true circuit direction is left hand, but in our introduction lesson, we will discard this for the purpose of simplicity. Ooh, it's fake. As Matamata is not a fully published airfield, a Jefferson's chart is not available, but may be obtained from other sources. There you go. Speed limit not applicable to military. Bosh. There's all the differences here. So, we are going to be departing out of Thames, heading south. This is like sort of a visual reference point here. The tip of this terrain. Look at this high terrain on the left-hand side of the aircraft. And then we will be into Matamata. Lovely stuff. Right, I'm just going to grab a drink, guys, and we will jump in with the lesson. Whoa, 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 whoa. What's been happening here? What's been happening here? I can't leave for 2 seconds without Kevin D being a bad boy. Thank you very much, buddy. 10 gifties. Amazing. Thank you, mate. If you, as Matt said in the chat, if the legend has been or has given you a sub, please say thank you in the chat. Give him some love. Spam the love in the chat there, guys. Thank you very much, Kevin, for the 10 Airliners Live memberships. Appreciate that, mate. Thank you very much for gifting some lovely community members a sub. Appreciate that, mate. Thank you, thank you. Shall we go and do some flying then? Appreciate that, mate. Thank you very much. Oh, hello. Oh, that's the wrong one. That's the one. Right then, local flight. Here we go, ladies and gents. Thames to Matama. Here we go. Mata. That's what it is. Agreed, Matty boy. Agreed, mate. What a legend. Thank you very much. Right, this should be a very nice flight. Here we go. Oh, on the ground.
You join us in the Robin as we're backtracking
Back in the Robin.
32 at Thames on the New Zealand's North Island. Keep taxiing towards the end of the runway. We're going to conduct a full VFR flight completely in uncontrolled Class G airspace. To begin, we'll depart Thames via the circuit and start heading southeast.
Oh, I've just noticed what the next lesson is, ladies and gents. Which, it's in a bit of a weird order, this, because the next lesson is night VFR. Because typically you get your PPL and then you would do your night rating afterwards. So, yeah, it's interesting. Interesting. Kevin, he is a god. He is indeed. Let's let me make the stream a little bit more professional. You ready? You ready? Look at that. Better. There we go. Right then. So we want to backtrack the runway. So we'll check that. The so throttle's here. Palm brake is released. And we'll go. Give it a little bit of juice. Flossie, we're flying out of Fields. Yeah, I think it's called Fields. We're in Barton, guys. Hey, if I get good at this VFR stuff, you know, I'd send it over to Barton. Do a bit of flying.
Now slow
Grass
to
runway as well.
pace and make a 180 turn to line up.
Look at that, look at them gaffs over there. Be nice little one of them. Right. What's the runway? Oh, is it? Yeah, this is it here, isn't it? Is it? Is it? Yeah. Okay.
Align yourself in the center of the grass runway and come to a stop.
There it is. pretty much dot on that, so we'll come to a stop.
There's no ATC here at Thames, so we'll broadcast what we're doing on the local traffic frequency. Thames traffic, Foxtrot Sierra Alpha, taking off runway 32, Thames. Now set full power and
Correct.
take off from runway 32.
Here we go, ladies and gents. Wrist. We'll see. Right. Toga. Remember, the torque is going to take us left. So, want to get that right rudder in. There's 50 knots. I think it'll be probably about 60 knots.
Raise the nose to the climb attitude.
There we are. Keep that right rudder in as well.
Climb attitude and fly straight ahead initially. We'll join a left circuit after takeoff. Right rudder to keep the ball centered.
Yep. Ball is centered. Oh, we got that pitch on there. There we are. Beautiful stuff. Blurry plops indeed.
300 feet above airfield level, flaps up.
Flaps up.
We're passing 500 feet, so make a left turn to the crosswind leg, climbing to 1,000 feet circuit altitude.
Right, left hand turn. Pop that nose a little bit. There we go. Are we? Yeah, there you go. Pretty
Left
parallel
off
that.
at 1,000 feet and turn left onto downwind, heading 140.
Right, left turn now.
Thames traffic, Foxtrot Sierra Alpha downwind runway 32, leaving southbound Thames. We're on the downwind leg of the circuit. We're going to carry on straight ahead and begin our local flight and
So
climb
we left?
higher once we've left the circuit area.
Roger that. So we'll try and keep 1,000 feet per minute. We got the speed up as well. Look at this. This is great in this training pack for just for seeing different parts of the world. I've never even heard of these airports. I mean, what was that? First one flew at Liverpool. Where's that? Where's that? Never heard of that. Wow, look at that water though. Look at the reflections. Amazing.
Now we've left the circuit to the south, climb straight ahead to 2,500 feet on heading 140.
Look at that. Wow. Beautiful.
Keeping the Waihu River on your left, we're aiming for Taraha, which is the town just at the
Right,
base
let's
of
get
the
climbing.
tallest part of the ridge line up ahead.
Good question. How accurate is the altimeter and other dials? What do you mean by accurate? I mean, this aircraft was made by the developers of the simulator, so I'm assuming they will be accurate. I mean, look, the text, it's in French. I mean, can't get any more accurate than that. Let's get that trim, and want to point the nose of the aircraft on the horizon for our climb. Hey, look at this. Nuit. Oh, test. He's a bit bossy, isn't he? I think he needs a Westons, not a Strongbow, mate. He needs a Westons. Oh, hey, see what I mean about the O-ring? Oh, let's go on. Hold that up. We're redlining the engine, look, the RPM. We'll be alright. Let's get that left hand turn a bit there. Wow, look at all the mountainous terrain as well. And imagine living in New Zealand. It'd be amazing, wouldn't it? It's 2,400 feet, wasn't it? Or was it 2,500?
Level off and maintain 2,500 feet.
500.
Accelerate to cruising speed of about 100 knots.
This thing only cruises at 100 knots. And pedal faster. Oh, shot the altitude a bit there. Up the nose. 100 knots.
Set power to hold 100 knots and make sure you're trimmed out.
Trimmed out, actually. So, that's 110, so we want to be on about there. The Aurora. I'll teach this. I'll teach you a bit mapping. You'll be mapping by the time he's done another 8 lessons with me.
Lean the mixture slightly if you haven't already to make the engine's fuel-to-air ratio more efficient.
Where is
you may need to reduce power and retrim afterwards.
Where is the? I would actually. This is a bit of a weird aircraft, isn't it? Because I would love to know where the trim is. Is it this? No. Actually, it is. Very weird. The French made some weird things, don't they? There we are. Is it? Oh. Yeah, it is there. Yeah, it is. So we'll bring that about there. We want to keep that about the green. Good work, Manoi. French. Yeah, about there. I'll do it. Right, let's drop that nose again a little too high. There.
Flying visually in uncontrolled airspace.
Woo!
At this altitude, we don't need to account for any cruising level restrictions, and we can simply remain clear of
Beautiful.
cloud. We can see the river starting to bend away to the left, set a heading of 150, pointing us between the dark marshland we see on the right and the high ground on the left.
There you go. So dark marshland here, high ground, straight down there. Straight through the middle. Mods, please. Mods. Mods. Oh, you lot are slow tonight. I would have been in, you know.
Once cruising VFR, make sure to keep a good lookout the whole time.
You need to stay. Need to come to Fezza's School of Moderating, I think.
3,000 feet, so anyone can be flying around in any direction.
Yeah, Farang it is, isn't it?
Altitude,
it's great just having this guy here as well.
If we were to
Albeit he's very virtual.
Feet, we'd need to fly at a VFR
but
cruising
it is.
level.
Just having this guy.
We'd go for an odd altitude plus 500 feet, such as 3,500 feet.
And that's the excuse.
Traffic heading west would be at an even altitude plus 500, giving us some separation. Above 3,000 feet, we also need to have a minimum cloud separation of 1,500 meters laterally and 1,000
On a shore from Henry,
vertically.
yes. Yeah, Martin mine did earlier, mate. Not a Scooby.
And remaining in sight of the ground, as we're doing here.
I thought everyone had left me.
Feet.
Yeah, I started getting a bit of a pet lip. Loopy, I thought you said you were better yesterday. I mean, if you, it's now being sick. It's not COVID, is it? You got the lurgy now, mate. Now that's perfect.
If you look to the left, you'll see the town of Pyroa, and just beyond that, a gap in the ridgeline called the Waihi Gap. Watch for traffic going in or out of there, and continue heading 150.
So, town. I think that's is that the gap? Yeah, it looks like it. The gap down there. And a little high, so we'll get that recorrected. Aurora. Man, beautiful, isn't it? Oh, look, now that we're getting in near the terrain, we're starting to get bounced about a bit, so let's ensure our altitude is perfecto. That nose down a little bit. Yeah, I hope we get better soon, loops. And a bit of trim there. Yeah, getting very bumpy. I'm gonna do a bit more work. I'm earning me strongbow money here, aren't we? Martin didn't really have a holiday, Ashley, so he's going away. Is it this week, Martin, or next week? You're going away for a few nights. Alright, lovely stuff. Look at this. Keeping an eye on clouds, looking for any traffic that might knock about. Terrain, and again, let's go on a look. We could have an engine failure where we're going to go. That marshland looks pretty good.
Left side, that's Tiaraha town just below it. Take us overhead to Tiaraha. When flying VFR, there are minimum altitudes that come into play.
On the left.
Unless we're taking off or landing, the rules are that we can't get any lower than 500 feet above the ground or any person, vehicle, building, etc.
Oh.
That minimum becomes 1,000 feet.
This is why you need to get your passport and then you can go to Hazanti, Martin.
Like Tiaraha.
Don't say we didn't tell you
For really
so.
big towns and cities, another rule comes into play, which is the glide clear rule.
Wow, lost a bit of power there.
We must always be able to glide beyond any built-up area and be able to land at a safe place.
Hey Andre, how you doing, buddy?
In the event of an emergency,
Good
such
evening.
as an engine failure. It also applies once we start heading out over water. You have to be able to glide back to solid ground for a landing, which limits how
Drive
far
to
off the
France.
coast we
Hi.
can go in this
Good luck
kind
with
of
that.
aircraft.
Good luck with that.
We're going to carry on ahead towards Tiaraha before heading towards our next airfield,
Oh,
Matamata.
it's Tiara. I thought it was the
Maintain
Arona.
2,500 feet.
Oh god, I'm not a very good VFR pilot, guys. I thought it was the Aroha. It's Tiara. Oh guys, I'm not a very good VFR pilot, am I? Mr. Tony P. the Gamer Parkinson. Thank you very much, buddy. 5 gifties. Really do appreciate that, Tony. Thank you very much, mate. Thank you very much. Whoa, Tony, look at that. All them gifts. All them gifts. Look, I'm getting told off now. All them gifts you've chucked in the back. Pitching me playing up, mate. Thank you very much, Tony. If you have received a membership from Tony, please say thank you. Yeah, that's the wrong airport. I'm going the right way. I just couldn't read. I thought that was the Aroha or something. It is Tiara. And then if I do something mad, I get wrong off him. Oh no, he didn't tell me off there. Interesting. Normally does. That right hand turn. Lovely. Tiara. So we're doing good. Look at this. Lovely. Isle of Man TT. Yeah, Isle of Man.
We've reached Tiara, so now carry
Nice
on
little flight
ahead
there,
for a
actually, isn't it?
short distance, keeping the ridgeline to your left.
Yep.
As we get closer to the ridgeline, become mindful of turbulence. If the wind is strong and is coming from the other side of a ridge, you can find severe downdrafts, so always give high ground some extra space when downwind of it.
There
If
you go.
look to your right at about 1 o'clock, see the long straight road? Turn to heading 160 and follow the road, keeping it on your left.
160. Ah, there you go. Road is off the nose. Yep, see the road. Cheers, Alan. Hope you're enjoying it, mate. Yeah, well, obviously after last week we are.
Road and it'll take us towards Matamata Airfield. The road is an example of
We're back in flight school.
Line features such as roads and railways are great for following, but if crossing over them, be mindful that they don't give precise lateral guidance, unless there's a standout feature, such as a junction or a town. When following a line feature, keep it on your left side, as this makes it easier to see from your seat. Traffic following the line in the other direction should also be doing this, giving you some separation.
There you go. Interesting. So it's basically like a sky highway, isn't it? There you go. So keep the road on the left. Be pretty cool, isn't it? Imagine doing this in the real world and you just see someone on the other side. Yeah. From a little wave. And a little height, so let's just sort that out.
Maintain 2,500 feet.
Yes, I am. I'm trying. I'm trying. You couldn't handle one of them holidays, Sam. You'd be missing Instagram too much. Oh, have I hit 500 followers yet? Have I hit 500 followers yet, guys? Sam couldn't handle it. It's too much of a techno girl.
We're going to enter the circuit of
Techno notice.
Matamata. Although it's uncontrolled, we still use our radio to broadcast our position and intentions and listen for other traffic. To enter an uncontrolled circuit, we use the standard overhead join, which has us arrive overhead the airfield at circuit altitude plus 500
If I can fly
feet,
and
looking down onto the airfield to
there you
observe the runways and look for any other aircraft. The live side of a circuit
it's too
is where
bright.
the circuit pattern is. The dead side is the other side of the runway, which is where we do any descending down to circuit altitude. The road we're following kinks off to the left, but we're going to keep heading 160 as it takes us straight towards Matamata. Start descending to 1,700 feet.
I missed that because I was too busy flexing to Sam all my Instagram followers. I think... Did we want to start descending? Your reshares is good, isn't it? Look at that. That is default what the sim looks like. And then... Oh, it's just so... Honestly, so much better. Just... Ah... Beautiful. Right, I think he wanted us to send one, so... Thank you very much, sir. See... I blame Sam. I'm assuming we're going to keep this heading as well. I think we're going to do a circuit. And follow the road. Right.
Keep a speed of 100 knots.
Yeah, I think we're just going to fly straight ahead to Matamata. See, well, the road curves off now, doesn't it? So... Heading 160, start descending, lovely. Oh, Madeline. We're going to Curry's for a tom-tom. Yeah, that is correct. But, no. If you look at the name...
We make a radio call before we reach the overhead to give advance notice to any other aircraft in the circuit. Matamata traffic, Foxtrot Sierra Alpha, 1,700 feet from the north for overhead join at Matamata.
You see? Everyone's jonFezza. It's a different account, man.
Looking just
that one's my personal account. So I've got more followers, you know what I mean?
With the white buildings to the western end.
On me.
We're going to use runway 28, making
On me
a
selfies.
right-hand circuit for training. Maintain 1,700 feet and turn left slightly to fly over the runway 28 threshold, about heading 130.
Roger that.
Keep 1,700 feet for now.
Never mind. Toga! Manflex. Right, let's go mixture rich now as well. Just cause we'll only forget. Oh, look at the wind! Whoa. No. I've got a jonFezza account and I've got a John Ferry account, you see? Ah, hello, Susie.
When nearing the runway 28 threshold, start a right-hand turn and I'll call overhead.
Is that where we're landing?
Matamata traffic, Foxtrot Sierra Alpha, overhead for runway 28, Matamata. Now we're crossing the runway, we're entering the dead side. Start descending to circuit altitude, 1,200 feet, and turn right to cross over the upwind end of runway 28, near the white buildings.
Right, turn right.
Matamata, Foxtrot Sierra Alpha, descending dead side 28, Matamata.
Matter. You beat me for now. Right, keep the turn coming in. Does it have to be a bit tighter? Whoa,
keep the turn going towards heading 010 and aim to cross the upwind end at circuit altitude 1,200 feet.
Down to 1,200 feet. There you go. It was about that. Was it 0? 60? Okay, I'm just gonna fly straight ahead. Might have been 060. I'll fly straight ahead and we'll see what happens. I'm not having to do this again. it might be 010 before.
Now we're crossing the upwind end. We should be 1,200 feet and
We're
about
not.
heading 010
Yep,
as we
perfect.
enter the live side.
Live, sir. We're officially live, ladies and gents.
We want 1,200 feet until the base turn. Now make the right turn onto right downwind, heading 100, maintaining 1,200.
Heading 100, 1,200. Foxtrot, Sierra Alpha. This isn't a Cessna, this is a Robin DR400, I believe it's called.
Matter, Foxtrot Sierra Alpha, right downwind 28 to land, matter.
Yep.
Downwind checks, brakes pressured and released, undercarriage fixed, mixtures full rich, fuel on and sufficient, instrumentations T's
Bit
and
more of a
B's
right
are in
turn.
the green, and cabin secure. Notice how it's a little harder to see on a right-hand circuit. This is why they're typically made to the left.
I'd say the Roman. We're pretty good.
Downwind for 28 is heading 100.
Oh, I did. Oh, God. Was it? Nah, we're pretty good here, to be fair. Oh, we'll go.
Runway looks about 45 degrees over your right shoulder, so make your right descending turn onto base, slowing to 80 knots.
Right turn. And then we'll want to sort of try and keep a bit of visual. Keep this coming down. Yeah, I think we are a bit tight
Once
this one.
inside the white airspeed band, take first stage of flap and
Hold
hold
that down.
80 knots on base.
It's a bit tight, but it'll do. Pops one. Oh, it's a bit bumpy.
Matamatta's runway 28 is grass and unmarked. It also has unusual dimensions, being about triple the width of a normal runway.
Yeah, it is.
At 137 meters wide.
Whoa, normal runway's
Make your own
45.
turn onto final and judge your approach with this in mind.
Hold on.
Matamata, Foxtrot, Sierra Alpha, final
is
28 for
interesting.
full stop. Matamata.
Right, full flaps. Was that? Boys, that's our flight instructor.
60 knots and take landing flat.
If I didn't
Make
have
a
him,
full
I'd be
stop
struggling.
landing. As this grass runway is unmarked, choose an aiming point roughly where you'd expect to find the runway numbers and keep that locked in your windscreen. The wideness of this runway will give the illusion of being low, so try to account for this.
Interesting. Yeah, Susie, after last week, we're being sent back to flight school. So we're using a tutorial pack from FS Academy to hopefully... yeah, I went about here. Oh, we're a bit fast. To hopefully get back into fighting shape. Yeah, I'm gonna aim for this white bit here. This looks like so with a 1,000
Power
footer.
back and flare attitude, look to the far end.
Beautiful. Very weird airport this, isn't it? Massive width of a runway. And then there's just, it's just in the middle of nowhere, isn't it? Look at this. It's like on a caravan site or something, isn't it? There you go, Sam. Grass cutting, alright? There you go. Anyone else hold the breath? Never.
Great, we've flown from airfield to airfield with some navigation in between and made an overhead join to join a right-hand circuit.
I'm a pro. Yay! 0 points as always, but... Top Gun Maverick, ladies and gents. Ah. Right, so we've done the first 4. Next is the VFR. Shall we do the VFR, chat? Sorry, the night. We are doing VFR. Shall we do the night, ladies and gents? Uh-oh. This could be very interesting. Just a bit. Let's do it, Fezza. You high for Vita Hunt? What about, are you not high for 7? Kevin doesn't like night flying, it seems. I think 7's probably the interesting one. Or mountain flying. UK trip. Oh, that'd be nice. Go solo. And fly VFR around London airspace en route to showroom. That'd be a fun one. And Seattle and then back in. Oh, look at that. Gears out across Milford Sound. You navigate towards Queenstown. Do 7 there. No, we're doing it in order. Gotta do it in order. Gotta do it in order, man. I mean, let's check something. And then at the end of it, we've got a skills test. Tour Venice. Did you climb aboard with your examiner? I'm not looking for that, guys. I'm not looking for that. Right, what we got? So, we've done that one. 4 next will be the night VFR. Let's have a little read first. Before we decide. Learn how to keep the show on the road. After the daylight fades, taking advantage of still, clear nighttime conditions. Oh, and whilst remaining aware of the implications on VFR flights. There we go. Jim's got to be up at 10 past 5 in the morning. Godspeed, mate. Have a good night. Hopefully you get a good sleep. I remember once I'd done a shift start at 4 AM. That was not fun. So, night considerations. Actually, you know what? I think we're going to leave it there and we will do this next week. Right. Actually, yeah or nay, shall we continue this next week? Do you like seeing me struggle? I don't know if my wrist is going to be up to it, to be honest. But I think we will continue this next week. Because I think actually next week, because I think, yeah, doing the first 4 is pretty, you know, we've done the basics. And now we're getting into the interesting stuff. Oh, sorry, you can see too. Sorry. There, we're getting into the interesting stuff, right? Because my wrist is, yeah, my wrist is killing. You know, autopilot's best thing ever created, guys. Woo. Night VFR, crosswinds, abnormals, mountain flying. 4 massive dangers. I think that will be a very interesting stream. And then the week after, we have a little UK trip, which would be nice. USA trip, New Zealand trip, and then into the test. So yeah, I think that's pretty good. It's pretty good. So once again, thank you very much to FS Academy for sending us a copy. Links are in the chat for send us a copy to showcase you guys. So big thanks to them. And if you do enjoy it, you can go and give it a little purchase. I think it is. I think it's. I know on Simmer. I think it's on sale. So yeah, there you go, on sale. It is 11 quid. So there you go. Something for every pilot. I've learned a lot there. There's a lot. It's very detailed. That's the manual. I mean, look at that. We're halfway. And there is... how many is there? 75 pages. And it's got all the... Well, all the abbreviations. Mission accomplished, or is it? Have you learned anything? Yeah! Especially having this manual. This is great. Like the different circuits and stuff. When to turn. I think. I mean, I've done, you know, in the past circuits at airports in small aircraft and the same, but I've never knew when to turn. So there we go. That is good. I've certainly learned that. So if we have a look, we'll go back to the beginning. Again, just having like the nose on the horizon helps as well. That's a great tip. The black turn ball to keep you in. That's another helpful indication. Having a look. Trimming's difficult, man. And then the leaning of the mixture, that is something I sort of knew about it, but I didn't know a whole lot, so I've learned a bit more on that. I think the approach is a bit memes, isn't it? But never mind. And again, you got the VFR points. And again, with the circuits, it was pretty cool. Learning when to turn, when to put the flaps. The remember the what was it? Bumfist. Yeah, Bumfist. There you go. Learned what Bumfist was, guys. And then like stuff like on 04, like being the different airspaces, and then the road when the road was to the left, which is what they typically do, and then, you know, if someone was coming in the other way, and then you'd sort of meet in the middle. Not meet in the middle, but you'd cross each other, wouldn't you? So pretty good. I quite enjoyed this. Like I say, there are multiple different packs if you're new to flight simming. I've got this navigator as well. So cross country tech. So typically when you do your PPL, your last thing is that cross country. So we could night shift, frostbite. This looks pretty cool, doesn't it? Watching the clock. Use the 5 T's. No. This will be good. Look. Watching the clock. Fortaventura. Winds. Frostbite. Oof. Keep the shore on the road after temperatures plummet and the snow moves in. Take the skies above southern Sweden. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. So there we go, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in this evening. Thank you very much to everyone who has dropped a super chat or has become a new member this evening. Really do appreciate it. And I will see you lot next week. Don't forget, Mr. Henry will be live tomorrow. Henry will be live at 4 PM tomorrow, so don't forget about that. And I will see you all next week, ladies and gents. Thank you all very much. Make sure you hit that like button if you did enjoy it. And Henry is live 4 PM tomorrow, and I will see you all next week. Have a fantastic week. It's been a pleasure as always. Look after yourselves. Be good. Don't do anything I wouldn't. And I'll see you all next week. Very good information. Yeah, Pauline, it's great, isn't it? Thank you. Glad you enjoyed it. Appreciate it, guys. Have a good night. Toodles.